this Facebook dump I got into.
Oh God, show me.
I'll send you a link.
We got 10 minutes. Well, we got 2 minutes, but I'll give us 10.
Okay, well we'll see where it goes.
Because we're at 1 hour and 28 minutes.
So this person, don't say their name. I don't want to out them as
should I blur
trans.
it? Am I blurring?
Oh, I just if you show the picture, just don't show this guy's name.
Oh,
try to blur out.
Try to blur out names. He blocked me.
Oh, really? So you can't see this?
No.
What a oh, God, what a fucking douche. I'm surprised he hasn't blocked me yet. Anyways, he posted a picture. Maybe I could I screen share with you? Wouldn't that fuck up your thing?
Yeah, we'll fuck up the thing. So just right click the picture, save it, and send it to me.
Okay. But it's all the comments, dude, that I wanted to show you. Oh, God.
Screenshot it then. Do you use Firefox?
No, but I can screenshot it and just send you.
Okay, so here's a trick. If you had Firefox, you right click, take screenshot, and you can click save full page and send it to me.
Anyway, so see if I can drag and drop it.
Just start reading some of this shit.
Okay, so it's a picture of a baby boy looking down his pants, and it says, "Yep, I'm a boy," and under that it says the correct way to determine gender. And I'm like, and I replied, "It's literally not, though, just in case anyone was wondering." It's literally way more fucking complicated than that, and nobody wants to admit how complicated gender identity is.
It doesn't single person I know,
but it's only as complicated as it is because people suck.
Well, every single person I know has always wondered, like, what it would be like to be the next gender, or like I've talked to people who are like went off on the super straight train. And are like, I don't talk to them anymore after that fucking shit. But like, they're like talked about maybe wanting to maybe be gay, or maybe they're not a man at one point in their life. And now they're on the super straight train. And I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know, dog. Oh man, there's so many comments. I can't. Okay. Jesus Christ, dude. The thing that bummed me out is I got berated by fucking conservatives and transphobes, and I didn't have a single ally in this fight. But what I really want to talk about is what I did wrong, because I don't
what'd you do?
I just don't think I did a very good job trying to explain myself and my position. I did kind of some asserting. I didn't want to get too involved because it's too difficult to have this type of in-depth conversation in Facebook messages. And I've tried to get this person onto the podcast so we can talk about their bullshit. They post transphobia, they post racist bullshit.
They hate me. I called them out on it, and I was posting like fact checking shit to their stuff, and then the next day I was blocked.
Oh man.
Yeah, the truth hurts.
They don't see it that way. They'll never see it that way.
It's because they're brainwashed or stupid.
Both. They're both. And I fear for how they are going to raise their child.
Yeah, I do too. Quite frankly, at this point,
like, fuck, dude, what if your kid ends up being trans? Are you just gonna, like, who fuck it? Oh my God.
I kind of hope his kid is. So, you know,
I hope his kid is and does whatever it makes it happy.
Exactly. And I hope
trans, great, fantastic. Please don't be a piece of shit to your trans kid. But anyways, so this person messaged under mine. So you're telling me that when the nurse or doctor identified your ass when you were born, they didn't say you were a boy, more or less, when your mom went in for an ultrasound? You're insane, Travis. Basic biology is real, and it's kind of sad you can't accept facts. I'm like, he has no understanding of the nuances between sex and gender.
No, he doesn't. And if you type in biology and you look up that there's a whole fuck ton of information about how, gender identity Sorry.
Yeah, no. If somebody in the comments brought up like, oh, if you look in a biology textbook, like you're wrong. I'm like, no, it literally says that gender is different from sex in your fucking biology textbook. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, it's insane. But okay,
like hermaphrodites are a mutation. Like people who are hermaphrodites are a mutation.
I didn't even get into that. These
Oh
dumb
God,
I think because
they wouldn't understand it.
The fact that those people exist throws a fucking wrench in everything they believe, but it's also really complicated. So I didn't even bring it up.
See, are they all Christians too? Because I'd love to fucking.
Oh, I'm sure they're Christian.
See, I'd be like, so you praise Yahweh? Do you pray?
Yeah, I mean,
I ruined a conservative day with that one.
Everybody who's been conservative the last 4 years, they've dove headfirst into conservatism and republicanism,
fascism. They want to live. They should just move to fucking Russia.
They've accepted. A lot of them have accepted their Christian ideology even more than they used to because they got to own the libs.
Well, it's not the fucking Christian ideology. What it is you're all a bunch of fucking fascist, communistic pieces of shit. That's what that is.
Can you be fascist and communist?
Yes, you can. Yeah.
Fascism is like that's a totally different conversation.
Yeah, that's a different one. But yes, we will have that conversation later. Can you be fascist and communist?
Okay, so I replied, I don't even know if what I said was good, but there's a difference between sex and gender, and just because they assigned that gender to me, and because I have a penis doesn't mean it's my gender. It's fine to assign gender at birth. Most people tend to identify with the gender they are assigned based on sex. It's really not that big a deal.
It's not.
Yeah, but some people realize they are a different gender later on. It took me a bit to understand, but if you do some research and or just talk to trans people, you might understand. I was once ignorant on this too. It's nothing to be ashamed of. It's important to learn and grow and maybe learn sympathy along the way. And then I got to laughing emojis.
You responded in the only way you could, and that is a perfect response to some crazy shit that's probably blown up at you.
Oh my God. There's like 60 comments on this post, and most of them are just like, Travis, you're dumb. You're against science. I'm like,
that's when you post a science article from NASA. That's when you go through like, that's when you post Bill Nye. Bill Nye touched on this and be like, do you remember Bill Nye? Here you go.
Okay. So like, the problem I did was I kind of asserted that sex and gender are different. I didn't really explain. I think I did try to explain, but not in great detail. It's so much easier when we can talk face to face. But I just didn't want to get into the details and nuances, or at least not too far, over fucking Facebook. He replied, you trans people don't deny their sex, right? They just transition to different gender.
No, that's... okay, so my understanding...
I mean, he's right. Trans people don't deny their sex. They transition to a different gender. Then this guy, a totally different guy, he said, he asked, can Caitlyn Jenner have a baby? And I said, I was being facetious. I assume you mean give birth? No, she can't. So like, and why? And then this person uses her proper pronouns, but he's like being transphobic about it. And why is it that she cannot give birth? And I said, she is not capable. And he replied, because she is a man. That's why. Men can't give birth. And I said, wait, if a woman can't give birth, does that make her a man? Like, what? Because like that they don't realize, like, oh, but they're capable. I'm like, some cis women are literally not capable of giving birth and having babies.
And it's not their fault. And just
that doesn't make him a man, you dumb fuck. Like,
it's
think about it for 2 seconds.
It doesn't even this is where ignorance comes into play. People who are ignorant of something fear that thing because they don't want to understand it. They just want to live in their world of this. They want to put their blinders on, walk through their daily life of, oh yeah, hey, BLM doesn't matter, all lives matter, transphobic people are, or trans rights are dumb, transphobic over here. Like, these fucking people do this. They just like
blinders. They put on blinders.
I actually kind of envy those people because they're able to live in a world of ignorance in their perfect little fucking stupid brain. And it drives me nuts because they can't see the problems that every fucking person in the United States is facing. Half this shit isn't even world problems. This is just United States issue. So it just shows how stupid conservative party members are to the blatant ignorance that they've been placed in. And their complacency to the ignorance is what genuinely I'm jealous of and upset about, because some days I wish I could be that fucking stupid, so I just ignore reality.
Every reason you are like jealous and envious, I pity the fuck out of them. I
pity them too, but
I have no envy. I have no jealousy.
See,
I mean, well, I used to be blissfully ignorant when I was 12, and now that I'm not,
that's normal. You're fucking 12.
Okay, but these guys are perpetually 12 is the problem.
I know, they are. They're not men. They're boys. Anyone who responds the way they did on that fucking post is a boy. They're not a man. They haven't grown up. They don't have a dick and balls. What they have is a ting-ting, and they need to go whittle their diddle inside of the bush.
No, this is 100%.
Sorry, they need a
small
tinkle.
Dick energy. They're lacking big dick energy.
They're lacking they got micro penis.
They're small penis villains, is what they are.
It's not even that. Like, okay, let's not do that, because that's like body shaming our own gender.
I was just turning a reference from Fact Fiend, because Fact Fiend is like, their whole thing is like, oh, this person is a big penis hero. I'm like, yes, they are a big penis hero. So if you go to the contrast, the opposite side, you got people like this who are. If they're the opposite big penis hero, they're a small penis villain. But yeah, that's like, because you could be a small penis hero or a big penis villain.
But yeah, okay, this is the thing that I actually had an argument with a lady about this shit. This lady like lost her fucking mind on TikTok. She was like bragging like, I don't want a man that's under, like, that same bullshit is just not under 6 foot, must have a big dick, all this shit. I'm just like, cool. So for the sake of argument, if a guy said anything like this and she like lost her fucking shit, she's like, that's blah blah blah, and I'm like, you realize what you just did is body shaming. Like, you were body shaming and you're trying to spread positivity. Fuck you.
Yeah, fucking people suck. This person.
5 minutes left.
We'll keep it going. We'll see where it goes. So
it's
you're
140, and we have a cutoff time on our other thing, the website. Where you upload the podcast. You said we only can go over to like 140 something.
No, that's not true. On Anchor, we can go as long as we want. Because I put the artificial timer of an hour and 30 minutes on as a
rule of thumb,
because we have lives.
Okay.
And so we don't get burnout. But I'm passionate about this issue.
All right, let's do it.
And I want to talk about it. Let's see. And I mean, the transphobia makes me angry, but I think what's important is like what I'm doing wrong. And I want to work on myself and maybe help people avoid making the mistakes I made. If you can try to have these conversations in person instead of publicly with people watching, because like this person's just doing a show for his conservative friends. And then
that's disturbing, honey. I thought you were ignoring me. I'm not ignoring you.
And then so this guy he replied, women have the capability of having babies, men do not. And I replied, but some women literally do not and never had. Does that no longer make them women? Because like that's how his logic would imply. And then the first person, the DL.
Maybe they just can't articulate why they can't. Maybe it's like my thing where I want to have a genetic female so I can reproduce. Maybe that's their thing and they just don't know how to fucking word it.
I mean, I don't think that's the case with these people.
I don't think so.
It's like, so like, you wouldn't not date a trans person, but you're looking towards the future, so somebody you could reproduce with.
Like I don't have ill will toward them. Like I don't have any ill will toward them. I fully support their rights. I wish more people were welcoming of them, and I'm disappointed in our society on all sides of the fence where people who are transgender have such issues just adapting to society because society itself is bullshit. Like it will always say, life is good, society is shit. Society makes life crappy, but life itself is still good.
And it, obviously, over like it has improved over the centuries. But so here's a question. Okay, so what are you generally attracted to? Like femininity? So like femininity. Okay. But like men can be very feminine too. So my question is like, would you date a beautiful, majestic trans man who is capable of reproducing?
If everything was fine, yeah, why not?
Yeah, like, why not?
I wouldn't have a problem with that. But my whole thing is also connection. Like, I don't know how to describe. Like, it wouldn't matter to me at that point. At that point, it wouldn't matter if we had a strong connection and it was fine. Then yeah, why not?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I don't know why it's such an issue.
See, for me, it's like I noticed that like I'm attracted to the like what we generally as a society sort of deem as feminine. I am attracted to femininity.
Okay, so
it's not so much whether
American
you're a man or a woman, trans man,
or world society, because American society finds this attractive, and this is I don't understand that.
Oh shit. Okay, well. That's a bad way to put it. I'm attracted to what I guess my definition of femininity is. So what did okay. So after I explained to him how like some your people are assigned gender at birth out of convenience, really. It's just convenient.
It's just identifying
people together, man or female. Travis Radke. So your sex is male, your gender is male. You were born with male parts, that's not how that works. Unless
when you're developing the womb, everyone's female at first. Fucktard.
I mean, yeah, and there are like not to get off topic again, but there are literally people out there with female chromosomes and have male
genitalia.
Male as a lack of a better fucking term. A penis.
I can't remember if that's a form of being a hermaphrodite or a form of gender mutation, but yeah.
Yeah, people are dumb. It's hard. It's not hard at all to grasp that, but I guess some people. Oh no, sorry. Male parts, and then your opinion of sex and gender. It's not hard at all to grasp that, but I guess some people are confused about basic biology and can't handle facts. There's a lot more, but I want to stop there because. Again, he's assuming it's about biology, and it's not about biology. And like some people are confused about like their gender and like maybe their biology, they don't feel comfortable with the biology they were born with.
Yep.
And if somebody wants to change that, why the fuck do you see? I'm sure he would say, I don't care if you get a sex change, but he has straight up said, don't come in my fucking bathroom, or the men's room. Like he doesn't want trans people in his restroom.
I'm sorry. Why does it fucking matter? It's a bathroom.
Yeah,
it's a fucking bathroom. Get over it. Go.
I'm sure he'll say that. Like I don't want to make too many assumptions. But based on what I've read, he's probably going to say, "Oh, predators" or some shit.
No, you're the fucking predator at this point because you're assuming, for starters, that some individual, just because they're transgender, is going to do something because they're transgender. When in the reality of stuff, I'm assuming their intent. So again, what's this? If they want to bring up statistics and everything, what's the statistics of men Again, men, I'm talking about you fucking straight fucks, raping and brutally murdering people. Oh yeah, we're the highest because we're
Yeah,
white males.
cis white
It's
men.
white
Um,
men. So,
uh, well, other races commit lots of murder and crimes
oh, this
too.
shit
So
pisses me all off because I just don't understand how people don't fucking understand it.
because they don't know how to use the internet properly. But you
Oh, here we
listen to
go.
Steve,
I found
who
a thing.
okay. So I think he's trying to hit me with an analogy here. But you listen to Steve, who now identifies as Kayla, said because she herself is confused, and he's using like proper pronouns in this situation.
But
It's
then,
weird. It kind of confuses me that they use their pronouns, but then
yeah.
but like
So are they just trolling or what?
I used to be like this. I'd be like, I'll call Caitlyn Jenner a her. I'll call Caitlyn
Okay.
Jenner Caitlyn, but they're not a woman. I used to
Okay.
say that. Like
So
I
my
didn't
thing when
understand.
okay, so
It,
when Caitlyn Jenner, that whole fucking thing came out and South Park did their thing, my whole thing about the thing was that I'm sorry, why the fuck did she get this award for whatever the fuck for being a brave woman? I'm sorry, what about every other transgender person that went through the 70s, the 80s, and the early 90s of like, I'm sorry, they're not a hero.
no, you're not
Caitlyn Jenner
wrong.
is not a
Like
fucking
it's
hero. She's not great. I stand with Kyle on that shit. Fuck that.
so Caitlyn Jenner, like I'm not any trans person who would do that is brave. Caitlyn
Yes,
Jenner was brave for being who she truly is. And
that's fine. I understand that.
for being like an Olympic icon in the men's Olympic icon, she has an immense amount of pressure, and everybody knows her for who she used to be. That's all that I'll give her. Like that's an additional layer of bravery. Like that took
Okay,
some.
okay, I can accept that. But you got an award? Like I don't understand that. That's the part I
I
don't
mean,
get.
dude. Yeah, I mean, like, okay, I'll give you that. Maybe I don't know. I don't know Caitlyn Jenner. I
I
know, like, I don't like the Kardashians, and I
I don't
probably
like.
wouldn't
Maybe
have liked
that's why I
her.
don't understand it. I don't fucking like the Kardashians, so maybe that's why I don't understand it.
Um, but I mean, she is like an Olympic icon
That
who
is true.
kicked
That is
fucking
fucking
ass in
true.
the Olympics.
I forgot they were in the Olympics. I actually forgot that. I entirely
Um,
fucking forgot that.
I think she like came out of nowhere and just fucking
Yeah.
wrecked. She's badass.
Um,
Um,
oh, by the way, I pulled up the thing. So, gender, socially constructed roles, behaviors, expressions, identities of girls, women, boys, men, and gender diverse people. Sex, biological attributes of human and animals, including physical features, chromosomes, gene expression, hormones, and anatomy.
so somebody did exactly what you did.
That's
They
what that
sent
says. Yeah.
they sent me the definitions and said these are the same to me. And I'm like, you didn't read what I just read. They're literally different.
They're
These
different.
are literally not the same. She basically um um sent me what you just said, and she thought that was the same.
It's not the same.
I
Like,
know.
here, I even have a PDF fucking right here that shows the diversity between the two. One is a social construct, the other one's a biological component, and the biological component is nothing to do with your gender. Your gender is a social
your
construct.
gender identity has nothing to do with your biology. Maybe chemically in your head it might influence the type of gender you feel comfortable, but that's about it. And society, social constructs.
Well,
Of
perfect
society.
fucking example is some reptiles and amphibians will switch their genders. They'll switch their genders if there's not enough of another. Like frogs do it all the time.
Still, they'll switch their sex.
Yeah, they will. So they can keep reproducing. That's called evolution. It's called science.
Yeah. Somebody in these comments compared transgendered people to lizards. So I thought that was pretty heinous. And then he told me no, it was from a comic book. I'm like, it might be from a comic book.
I would ask them if they like X-Men.
No, I know what you're fucking doing.
Yeah. I would have been like, do you like X-Men? Well, yeah, it's a great show. You know, X-Men was created to promote a healthy environment for transgender and bring awareness to gay, lesbian, straight, and other people that were going through some major fucking mental issues
X-Men?
Yeah, X-Men is
X-Men was an analogy for for the civil rights movement.
That too. But it also has layers to it. If you reread through them and rewatch, it has
I think
layers to
I'm,
transgender and everything else.
I mean, the plight of like the LGBT community is comparable, like to Black people and minorities because they go through the same like types of oppressions. So you can apply those same like lessons and lessons to both communities.
No, there's layers as it developed. There's layers to it for that, for the civil rights, all of it. So
I mean, they're both. God. It's about civil rights, and like LGBT community needs that more. What was I? Okay, so just because you want to change your gender, he puts it, doesn't change that you are still born a man. Which trans people aren't denying their sex, which you will forever be a man in my mind. Cool, good for you. Okay. Way to lock that shit up.
Why does it bother them so much for people?
Because the conservative media has told them that it matters.
I love it when conservatives tell me that I'm going to hell.
These people don't really give a shit about anything unless like Fox News or Trump tells them to care about it. They get upset over the dumbest shit because right-wing media tells them like this is worth getting upset about, and it's the left's fault.
I wonder if there's I kind of hope it happens sooner than later, but I would love to see like someone on Fox News that actually has worked there, like bring someone on just to stir the pot and have it be somebody who's like a bibliologist, so they can be like, yeah, so the Bible actually is this and this and this, and just watch Fox News fucking panic.
Yeah, I think they've literally done that before.
Have they? Fuck.
I think so. Like I mean, you've like Charles Darwin's been on there. No, not Charles Darwin. I get him mixed up with What's his name, dude? What's his name? The evolutionary biologist. Fuck you, dude. I get them mixed up all the time. Shut the fuck up. Come on. Do you know who I'm talking about? Old British white guy, evolutionary biologist. He said some. He occasionally says yikesy things. He's a famous atheist. Famous atheist. Dawkins? No.
David McDonald?
No.
I don't know. I'm Googling at this point because I can't remember the name either.
Evolutionary biologist atheist. Richard Dawkins.
Richard Dawkins?
Is that who I said the first time? No, I said Richard
Darwin. You said fucking Darwin.
Yeah, I get them mixed up. I don't know why, dude. Richard Dawkins.
Oh God, was it Richard Dawkins? Was it? Wait a minute. Didn't he write?
He wrote a lot of books.
Oh my God.
Let's see. Where's his list of books? I'm surprised.
Didn't he write fiction books though?
He might have. I don't think so.
Why?
I don't.
Wait. Didn't Richard Dawkins start Scientologies?
No, dude, no. That was L. Ron Hubbard.
That's right, L. Ron Hubbard. That's right. I was having a stroke. Okay.
Okay. Well, we're both goobers. Okay, we both goofed it.
Fuck. Richard Dawkins. Okay. Yeah.
Richard Dawkins books.
He wrote why we believe in we believe in gods.
The God Delusion. He made a documentary called The God Delusion.
I've read this book.
Really
I read Why We Believe in Gods.
You can watch it free on YouTube. The God Delusion. It's really good.
Yeah, I read the Why We Live in Gods: A Conscious Guide to Science of Earth. Or Science of Faith. I actually really liked that book. It was really fucking good.
Richard Dawkins, The Greatest Show on Earth, The Blind Watchmaker, The Selfish Gene.
The Magic of Reality. That's a good one.
Oh man, he's written way more fucking books than I thought.
He's written a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he's kind of controversial. He says some kind of yikesy things sometimes, but that's besides the point.
Yeah.
What else does this transphobe say? He continues to go on. I will be a dick and call you sir when you want to be called ma'am. Oh no, he asked it. He said it as a question. So he's gonna use your pronouns.
Okay.
But
That makes no fucking sense. Why would
valid.
if you're transphobic, why are you using pronouns? Are you just trying not to start the fight? Are you just trying to?
That's what he's saying. He's saying I'm not going to be rude, but I just don't think you're valid, and I think you're
So you're being rude. That's what that is. You're being rude and transphobic.
And he says, no, I'm not going to be stupid and disrespectful, but you're still a man if you were born a man. If
no,
blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
And I replied, I think you just have a fundamental misunderstanding of the difference between sex and gender. Gender is a social construct and is more than just pee and vagina. See, there I go, kind of asserting my point. I'm not really demonstrating it.
You really can't. When it comes to certain people, you can demonstrate your point all fucking day. They're just gonna.
I know.
They're just gonna.
I feel like the best way you can demonstrate it, and I've seen this before, is you ask questions that contradict the transphobe's worldview. It's pretty easy. Just like that guy who said, Caitlyn Jenner, or like, oh, if you can't have women, only women can have babies, and men can't. And like, okay, well, you're heavily implying, like, with that logic, barren women, cis women are men in your logic. It's like, it's shit like that. That guy totally ignored.
This is when you like throw in that there's a set of amphibians. Is it amphibians or are they aquatic? I can't remember. There's an actual species on our planet where where their chromosomes, even though even to us they identify on the animal scale as male. The males give birth. The females, seahorse. That's what it was.
Yeah, I can't believe. Yeah, I was just gonna say seahorse.
I would have been like seahorse.
Seahorses, the males, like they give.
That's a perfect example of gender and sex being entirely different.
I mean, like, doesn't the incubation still happen in the female, and then doesn't the female put the eggs in the man?
I think so, but I actually can't remember. But either way, it still shows that there's a difference between sex and gender. There's still.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Yeah,
that's a good one. Like, you can look at all kinds of examples in nature. You can look at all kinds of examples in human history. Like, other cultures have had more than two genders.
The female transfers her eggs to the male's abdominal pouch, made of modified skin. The male releases sperm to fertilize the eggs as they enter so she pretty much comes inside of him with her eggs.
Oh, so it is like totally opposite.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Wow. And,
yeah, there you go. And also I think she does it from her mouth into the pouch.
That's funny.
So
that's pornographic right there.
I'm sorry. This is a perfect example of why. That's a good example. Yeah, totally ruin. Whenever you just have a transphobe doing that, just be like, "What about seahorses?"
Ask Chloe. Trans rights? Question mark.
Trans rights? Question mark. What? Do you believe in trans rights?
Okay. Okay. Wait. Okay. Wait. Okay. Hold on. Okay, you post a picture of what? Gender. These symbols represent gender, which means that you're a boy or a girl or whatever you want to identify, but still biologically identify as boy or girl. And I replied, what if you're non-binary? And people would laugh at me. Well, that's like, okay, like, so that's the problem. I'm asserting these things and I'm not really demonstrating them. That's what I'm trying to have you guys take away from this. Don't make the mistakes I made. Try to demonstrate like your side, not just assert it. Trans people don't deny their sex, right? Oh, this is me replying to the transphobe. They just identify as a different gender, and sometimes will do what they feel like will best match their conceptions of what that means. Um, we all have different ideas and definitions of these gender constructs. So essentially, I like this. Actual Jake said this, and it makes so much sense. There are as many genders as there are people, because everyone has different conceptions of what a man is, a woman is, what a trans man like. Everyone's conception of what a
Oh,
man is different.
I I can actually fully agree with that.
Yeah,
That's
there are as
that
many.
actually means there's technically unlimited, because that means throughout the
Yeah,
entire centuries of humankind in general, and more like of what would that be? A species? Would it be No, let's go over self-aware creatures of all planets. There's pretty much infinite
yeah,
genders then at that
yeah.
point.